Hello my dear students, today we're gonna talk about the seventh lesson in Unit 2. Factorization by identifying the H.C.F. What is the meaning of H.C.F? We have studied it before in fourth primary, is abbreviated as highest common factors. Let's see exercise to understand how to find H.C.F. Factorize each of the following by taking out the H.C.F. And in exercise number 2, he gave me here algebraic expression formed from two algebraic terms, 15x power 5y and 10x power 3. To find the H.C.F. here, first we must find the H.C.F. of both coefficients 15 and 10 alone. And in the second, we try to find the H.C.F. of the symbols here, x power 5y and x power 3, like that. The H.C.F. here of 15 and 10, it will be 5. Both of them divisible by 5. And 5 here, it will be the highest common factors of both number 15 and 10. And when we wanted to find the H.C.F. of x power 5, y and x power 3, means here we take the repeated symbol with the smallest power. We have here x power 5 and y power 1, and here x power 3. So what about the repeated symbol here? It will be x. But we take x power 3 or x power 5, we must take the symbol with the smallest power. I means we must take x power 3. So the H.C.F. here of x power 5, y and x power 3 is the repeated symbol with the smallest power. I means here we take x power 3. So finally the H.C.F. here of this algebraic expression, it will be equal 5x power 3. So we write it and open brackets. And in the second step here, we must dividing each algebraic term here by this H.C.F. 5x power 3. Again, we must dividing each algebraic term here by this H.C.F. We have studied it before in the previous sessions. When we divide 15 by 5 equals 3. And when we divide x power 5 by x power 3, it will be equal x power 2. And keep y as it. It will be equal, yes, 15 dividing by 5 equals 3, and x power 5 dividing by x power 3 equal x power 2, and keep y as it. Second, we divide 10x power 3 by 5x power 3, it will be equal, yes, 10 dividing by 5 equal positive 2, and x power 3 dividing by x power 3 equal x power 0. Now we can cancel it. Okay, let's see more exercise to understand this lesson. We have here negative 2x raised to power 3 plus 6x raised to power 2 minus 4x. As a first, we try to find the H.C.F. of all coefficients here, which are 2, 6, and 4. What about the H.C.F. here? Yes, it will be equal to 2 is the H.C.F. of the numbers 2, 6, and 4. And what about the symbol here? We have here x power 3 and here x power 2 and here x raised to power 1. We just take the smallest symbol, the repeated symbol with the smallest power. So I means we here take only x power 1. So finally the H.C.F. here, it will be equal to x. So we write 2x and open brackets and dividing each term by this number 2x. Okay, negative 2x power 3 by dividing by 2x, it will be equal, yes, negative x power 2. Dividing 6x power 2 by 2x, it will be equal positive 3x. Negative 4x dividing by 2x, it will be equal, yes, negative 2. Number 3, he gave me here 5a plus 10b, and we do the same steps. The first, we try to find the HCF of both number 5 and 10. Yes, it will be equal 5. But we haven't here any like or repeated symbol. We have here A and B. So what about the symbol here? We can't take any symbol here in this case because we haven't here any repeated symbol. We just here take 5 as HCF and open brackets. And by dividing 5A by 5, it will be equal positive A. By dividing 10B by 5, it will be equal positive 2B. Number 4, 2x power 5, y power 3 plus 5x power 2, y, z. First, I told you before, we must take the highest common factor of two coefficients as a first. We have here 2 and 5. And what about the highest common factors of two numbers, 2 and 5 here? Yes, it will be equal 1. We haven't here any number except 1 because both of them, 2 and 5, exist in table 1. So the highest common factor will be equal 1. And for the symbol, we have here x power 5 and here x power 2. We take which one? We take the repeated one and with the smallest power, so we take x power 2. And we have here y power 3 and here y power 1. So we must take the repeated symbol with the smallest power. It will be y power 1. We have here z and we haven't here any z, so it will be HCF equal x power 2 y. This only the HCF. And open two brackets and dividing each one by x power 2y. First one, 2x power 5, y power 3, dividing by x power 2y, it will be equal 2x power 3, y power 2. And by dividing the second one, 5x power 2y z by x power 2y, it will be equal, yes, 5z, positive 5z. Number 5 here, he gave me here 3a multiplying open brackets x minus 5 plus 2b multiplying open brackets x minus 5. Here this is a difficult something because we haven't here any HCF. No, I means we have here HCF. What about the HCF here? If you look here, you note something. We have here brackets x minus 5 and the x minus 5 here again as repeated brackets. So in this case, we must take x minus 5 at all as HCF in this case. So it will be the HCF here in this case x minus 5 and take it and open brackets. And when we take x minus 5 here, what about the remainder here? It will be equal 3a first. Yes. And when we take x minus 5 again from here, it will be the remainder here positive 2b. Okay, so easy. Yes. Let's see number 6. Okay, by using here HCF, I means here we have studied this problem in previous lesson and the distribution property we have studied before in previous lesson in unit 1. By doing the same, what about the HCF here? I mean the repeated numbers. Which here is the repeated numbers? I means it will be 17. By taking it as a common and open brackets, what about the remainder here? It will be equal 25 plus 75. Now how to calculate it? By multiplying 17 by their sum equal 100, it will be 1700. Finally, he gave me here 25 raised to power 2. Oh, take care. What about the meaning of 25 raised to power 2? Means we multiply 25 by itself plus 25 multiplying by 35 minus 25 multiplying by 50. How to find the repeating number here? I told you before, we must know something. 25 power 2, I means here, it will be 25 power 2 equal 25 by 25. So by taking the repeated number here, it will be 25. Taking one of them and taking 25 here and 25 here and open brackets. By taking 25 as HCF, open your brackets. And what about the remainder here? It will be just 125. And what about the remainder here? It will be plus 35. And what about the remainder here? It will be minus 50. And by multiplying 25 by the result here, it will be 10. It will be final answer equal to 250. Thanks for your listening. Goodbye in the next session.